Hello. Why do boys enjoy admiring beautiful girls? This might seem quite obvious, but it's an incredibly perplexing question. And in fact, this isn't a silly question because it leads to another genuinely interesting one. Why do people like beauty? At first glance, this also seems a bit naive. However, to answer this, we need to delve deep into human psychology, instincts, and even our biological factors. Fortunately, you won't have to do the digging, just watch this video and I'll explain everything to you. Let's begin. What is beauty? Upon hearing this, you might be puzzled. Over time in our lives, we encounter hundreds of things considered beautiful, from landscapes, people, objects to paintings, yet we cannot precisely define beauty. We just perceive something as beautiful or not. Some truths are so evident that they're hard to explain. However, scientists have identified several core factors that influence our perception of beauty. These include proportion, color, symmetry, and patterns. Interestingly, these factors are related to human instincts. Starting with proportion. Researchers have found that historically, humans design structures and devices following a specific ratio known as a golden ratio, which is approximately 1.618, or roughly 5 by 8. With this ratio, things seem harmonious, reasonable, neither too long nor too wide. Why is this so? It seems this is the proportion of plants from ancient times when humans lived in the wild. For instance, if the width of a tree canopy is 5, its height is 8. Our eyes are accustomed to trees with this ratio. If a tree is shorter than 8, it appears stunted. And if taller, it seems awkwardly tall. Having seen this ratio consistently, our brains naturally impose this proportion on other objects. Hence, we have the 5 by 8 golden ratio. Next, symmetry. If you observe animals, including humans, plants, flowers, and many natural things, exhibit incredible symmetry, as if composed of two identical halves. This symmetry has become familiar to humans, making us perceive symmetry as a standard of beauty. For example, a girl with evenly sized eyes and a centrally placed nose will undoubtedly be more attractive than one with mismatched eyes and a slightly skewed nose. Similarly, a girl with a symmetrical face will seem more attractive when smiling genuinely than with a crooked smile. Thus, symmetry is an element of beauty. Moreover, colors and patterns are influenced by nature. However, beauty perception varies slightly among individuals due to human needs. For instance, a woman with larger bust and hips may make a man believe in her child-rearing and nurturing capabilities, fulfilling some of his needs. Therefore, we often find women with these features more attractive. However, if these are excessively large, it becomes unattractive as it surpasses what deemed necessary. Our needs and the associated perception of beauty have evolved over time. For example, in feudal times, the need for safety and privacy meant that enclosed, sturdy houses were considered beautiful. Nowadays, as we replace trees with concrete, there's a longing for nature. Thus, houses designed to be open, airy, and green are seen as beautiful. So why do we like beauty? Two main factors. Firstly, beauty fulfills our needs. Historically, the primary need in the wild was safety. Hence, signs of safety would make us happy and appreciative. For example, a blue sky is beautiful because there's no indication of storms like dark clouds. Similarly, a tall tree with the golden ratio seems more stable than an excessively tall or short tree, which might hide dangers like predators or venomous snakes. Likewise, regarding symmetry, not only humans but animals too prefer symmetrical mates. A male lion would favor a lioness with a symmetrical body, with 4 legs instead of 3 or 2 ears instead of 1 missing, as a mate to procreate and continue the lineage. Thus, beauty offers us a sense of safety. However, in modern times, a beautiful woman might be perceived as dangerous. Secondly, admiring beauty makes our brain release dopamine. Dopamine provides relaxation, comfort, and happiness. Therefore, we love admiring beautiful women, similar to enjoying smoking or drinking beer. A little more information. For humans, blue is predominantly considered beautiful. A green rice field, a verdant meadow, and a blue river always make us exclaim in fear. Just kidding, but the color green always brings us a sense of happiness and tranquility. Scientifically, blue promotes health. Patients treated in rooms with a view of greenery recover faster. Thus, planting trees effectively increases life expectancy. Through this, you now understand why we like admiring beautiful women. They provide a sense of security, cater to our instincts, and most importantly, trigger dopamine release. Thank you for watching. goodbye and see you again.